And today we talked with the TSA about what you can expect when you head back to the Quad Cities next week and some holiday pitfalls to avoid on that trip back home. And joining us now is Jessica Mayle. Jessica, thank you, of course, for joining us. I want to start by talking about maybe looking a little bit forward here. I think for a lot of our folks here who live in the Quad Cities, getting back home after their holiday trip may be a little bit tougher than when they're just trying to leave from the Quad Cities International Airport, which is thankfully always very smooth. Tell us about what they can expect a little bit later in the year here.
Yeah, so looking ahead, today was a really busy day, but for next Friday, December 29th, and then January 1st, those are the kind of busy days that we're looking at for the return. So really encouraging people to give themselves 2 hours, give themselves plenty of time, and then pack smart. Make sure you're not bringing those prohibited items to the checkpoint.
What are some holiday specific issues that come up and that people can really prepare for?
Yeah, a couple things. So, traveling with gifts, we always talk about this time of year. We recommend gift bags as opposed to wrapped presents, just because, again, if something inside the gift alarms and we have to see what it is, it's easier for us to peer inside of a bag than to unwrap a present. If possible, wrapping at your destination, also a good alternative to that. But one thing I want to bring up, because we talked about people coming back, a lot of times people get things for Christmas and then they aren't thinking, I'll need to check my bag on the way back. So maybe you carried on the way there, you get a big bottle of perfume or a big bottle of lotion in your stocking or something like that. You put it in your carry-on your way back, and now you're over our liquids rule, which is 3.4 ounces. So think about your Christmas presents. Are they good to fly to? You might need to check on your way back, even if you carried on the way there.
Seems so obvious, but I certainly hadn't thought of that. If you had one tip to offer viewers, you had to pick one, what would it be?
It would probably be arrive early. And again, like I know flying out of the Quad Cities, it's such a short, quick experience, but 2 hours is really a good rule of thumb at every airport. You really want to be at that gate relaxing and not standing in line stressed when you know you're about to start boarding. So 2 hours, good rule of thumb. And consider that from when you walk into the airport, not just because parking sometimes takes up extra time or getting dropped off. So 2 hours is a good rule of thumb. And that really, any other hiccups along the way, now you have time to deal with them.
Time always the big stressor for me. Jessica Mayle, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us this week. And as you make your holiday plans, you can find our continuing holiday travel coverage on WQAD.com. You can also use the News 8 app and check out our WQAD YouTube page anytime.